opponent, representing himself and his students at Reticle BJJ. Please help me welcome back Mr. Wil Loushin.
All right,
and we're back.
Title fight underway here at Toro Cup 33, right out of the gate.
I love it.
Almost 2 p.m. on the dot, and things are getting started.
All right, gentlemen, begin.
Nate Chau, one of the record fast finishers, if you added up total match time, versus Wil Loushin, who we were saying in our preview right before this match, not a stranger to any area of jiu-jitsu at all, and definitely somebody who's known for leg locks but has a lot of strengths. There's that butterfly guard I talked about with Nate.
Yeah, I was wondering if he's going to stay outside passing or engage the butterfly. Looks like he's willing to take the butterfly half. Looking to jockey for hand position.
Yeah, I know that Nate's been doing a lot of strength conditioning training with Adley Edwards out of Sunshine Performance. Earlier for this one, he was a little concerned about the weight difference that could be there between him and Wil, about 15 or 20 pounds. And there were some people in Nate's bracket that he had some trouble moving around with that butterfly guard in terms of the weight and size. So I know that's been something that's been addressed tactically in the lead up to this one as well.
Yeah, Nathan looking for that far side 2-on-1. Wil looking explosive with his hand fighting and movement right now. Nathan looking a little more laid back. So if this goes deep, I think there's an efficiency advantage for Nathan right now.
If you're a new viewer to Toro Cup, we saw about 45 seconds left here in bonus time. Submissions in the first minute, $100, or sorry, $500. Submissions in the first 2 minutes were $100. Brought to you by our friends at Innovative Glass Solutions. And you know, there's usually a big emphasis on putting the bottom player kind of flat on his back. Nate's kind of entering with that double wrist grip, scooting in under on his back and then getting on his side. So we see now some head fighting and a potential body lock from Loushin.
So he commits and locks his hands together. But again, I know Nathan is trying to coax him into coming on chest to chest, and so he can get his weight forward.
2 minutes down, Nathan.
2 minutes in here in our opener, and it is a title bout.
So every time Nathan gets one of those 2-on-1s, Wil drops to 2 knees, trying to avoid Nathan getting underneath. Nathan looks to wrestle up, backs away.
Yeah, Nate does have some really good single leg off the wrestle ups as well, and he really uses that to kind of get people away from being so concerned with their legs.
Yeah, we're playing a lot of outside right now. It'll be interesting. I think this is just going to be a battle of Nathan trying to coax him in. Or that.
Jumps on that.
He could give up. If Nathan wants that top position, honestly, I'd let him try to do that again and take top position.
Yeah, Wil seemed like he thought he had a bite on something there, but didn't seem to affect Nate too much.
Yeah, the heel slipped out. It could have turned into an NoGi, but he didn't have any control over the hips.
Yeah, nothing was over the hip. It was all pinch and
Oh my God.
a little conversation there with Sean.
Sean might be calling for action here.
Well, it's, you know, in the black belt matches, this is not something we're not used to seeing here at Toro Cup, right? Like, these guys are known to be finishers and they're offensive, but they're also, you know, really high-level grapplers. They're capable of defending themselves. Really strong head pressure now from Loushin. It looks like he's trying to force his way through while not getting too over Nate.
Yeah, he's over the knee. That could be dangerous. If he switches his head to the other side and tries to jump that butterfly hook.
Yeah, sensing the danger of the moment, Loushin is going to step back. Good entry here for Nate. This is his best look so far of the match.
Man, these legs are slipping right out,
Yeah,
even with the long sleeve rash guard.
Loushin's super mobile here.
Yeah, I mean, when people are really good at slipping their legs out like that, you really have to take a figure 4, really lock the ankle down before you try to configure your legs.
30 30 seconds to points roughly here as we come down. Much of the same as we've seen in the first 2 minutes. What improvements or what adjustments have you seen so far from Loushin?
I mean, Will started to look for that arm weave. I think he's just playing with some different ideas, seeing what may open things up. I thought he had a good shot there when he got over the knee with the body lock. Then he just needed to get over the butterfly hook and start driving to the far side. But again, Nathan cleared out the second he felt that danger.
Yeah, he felt something there. And, Nate is one of those guys, like we said on the pre-show, he's capable of doing two things very quickly. But when someone is stifled and unable to pass him, and he's also unable to elevate them, this is a pattern that we've seen. And now we see him actually wrestling, trying to force more action. Not something we're super used to seeing from him, but there has been that emphasis lately in strength conditioning on the game. The conditioning is really what matters. As we go deeper and deeper, he tries to elevate under. Loushin does a great job of scooping that leg and keeping himself out of harm's way.
That was a good opportunity, and he kind of used his lazy guard to give Will the false sense of confidence to try to solidify that north-south position, and it gave him a look at the leg.
He's got Will's dog in that foot there. Doesn't want to get too far away, or doesn't want to make it too far away. Yeah. 0-0 on the scorecards here.
Yeah, I mean, Nate's just still looking for ways to get 2-on-1s to pull him in. I think he should play a square butterfly, honestly. I think the butterfly half, Will's just not engaging enough. He's almost letting him sit up.
Yeah.
And he probably should.
Yeah.
He can build momentum that way.
There's not been a ton of emphasis on forcing Nate onto his back like you would see a lot of people do in this scenario.
Yeah, see, that's where I would like to see him play, is just a square-seated butterfly.
Throw a gilly up there if it forces him to react the way you want.
That's a good idea. Nice wrestle up.
Nate with the wrestle up ends up over Loushin, and they pause it as they slide into our sponsor members there.
And again, this can just give better opportunities even if... Oh. So he really doesn't want Will to play bottom, but I will say, when you're having trouble getting underneath somebody, let the other person pull guard if they want to. And then that'll give you all the entrances that you want to the legs.
They're going to put your legs right. They're going to put their legs around you to try to control you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if you're ready for that look, you can make something happen.
Especially if they're playing supine, not seated.
Yeah. And Nate seems really invested in getting to this supine position, trying to weave under and elevate.
I mean, he probably also doesn't want the sweep during no points period.
I mean, we're way past that.
Is this a 5-5? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's 10-5. This is 10-5.
Oh yeah, title matches. Okay, my bad.
Oh, you're fine. It confused me too. That's the problem with starting off with them.
Yeah, I don't have time to read the entire packet before we get started. Yeah. So 10 minutes of sub-only action, 5 minutes of points coming up here very shortly. Sorry for the confusion to our viewers at home. Oh, Nate's on that rotation. Does it too much weight on the foot for Loushin, but he is going to be able to force him back down to seated. And now Loushin is posting and trying to weave. Oh, Loushin's trying to get space back. He's trying to get back inside.
Switch to the leg. Switch to the other one. Will able to enter.
Nate's got some kind of trouble here. He's in rolls
clear.
Out of bounds. Yeah, what was Will setting up there with that grip?
Well, he was just getting a tombstone grip.
Yeah,
just like where you rear naked the ankle, basically, just so he can configure his legs to something.
Yeah.
Right. It's just one of the ideas. Instead of getting your legs first, you lock the ankle down, and then you configure your legs however they allow.
There's that leg weave again. And now trying with the overhook around the body. 40 seconds until points. We've seen Loushin try to pass on the feet. We've seen him try to pass head down on the knees. He's having trouble going through. And he's not being allowed to play bottom either when the moment arises.
That might be why he's trying to find his way to bottom position if he has the choice. Again, he needs to have the discipline, though, if he does sit, to be able to stay seated and be okay with that. But we'll see. At this point now, he'll need to find a way to coax Nathan up to his feet to be able to pull.
Yeah, well, you know, it is one of those situations where there might not be any points on the board right now, and the onus is still going to be on the bottom player from the perspective of who's closer to scoring, right?
He's over-wrapped on those legs. That can be dangerous.
Double wrap.
That is also another, I was literally about to say, it looked like he was never trying to get outside the feet. I wanted to see a move from Wil to try to get just outside the feet at least.
Nate's got a K-hook on one side now.
Unable to scoop the leg, looks to wrestle up. He's on the feet.
If
I was Wil, I'd pull.
Knee tap attempt from Nate ends up getting taken down as Wil slides out of bounds.
I think Wil's key to victory here, he wasn't able to pass in the first 10. I feel like he's going to want to be on bottom position. Oh. Nate might have to turtle here.
Looks like he's trying to get there, but
he got a little careless on that.
The hip. Yeah, he was just not ready, and now we see the front headlock.
Good recovery.
Nate, he gets that quarter guard or that half guard back with the knee shield. Inside butterfly hook, rather. And this position so often comes down to that fight for that arm. You see Loushin controlling there. And here we go. Nate's trying to rotate under and get the weight moving again.
Well, to that point, he was literally inside control, and he wasn't able to solidify.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how much more when Nathan's looking and ready for the pass, is he going to be able to finish that?
For a 15-minute match, too, the conditioning from Nate has been much improved from previous matches. And by this point, he'd be a much easier target to pass in previous matchups.
I can definitely tell Wil is trying to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah,
he does not want this to go to golden score.
Wil senses the moment here, the time running low here, 3 minutes left out of 15. And after 12 minutes of guard passing like this, or attempted guard passing, it's always a question of who's more tired, the guy who's been trying to retain or the guy on top. Because the guy on top, if he's been working harder, it can be so frustrating to still be here this late in the match.
If there was more forward pressure, then I would probably say Nate, but Wil's been mostly back on his heels for most of these attempts.
There's that body lock. This
is a great, honestly, this is his path to actually passing probably. He needs to get over that knee, though, on the right side.
Nate's
there he is. This is his chance.
Nate's building up again. He's got him hooked.
He's still here, chest to chest. His knee's
up
the middle.
Honestly, he's got that knee up in the middle.
I know.
Too.
That's still... And honestly, that was he could have followed that up, in my opinion. But again, that's also the issue of trying to score at the end of a 15-minute match.
Now we got Nate playing some full guard, something we don't see super often here at Toro Cup. NoGi full guard, we talk about it almost every event. Just there's not a lot of people who have an ace game from here.
Coax them into wanting to fall back on a leg lock, come on top for your 2 and win.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the biggest threat from here, especially when it comes to a points scenario, outside of a submission, is always the hip bump sweep, which is just so hard to hit on someone who's this advanced and also who's a little bit bigger than you. Loushin has done a great job of stifling this leg lock game, keeping it neutral, keeping Nate in a weakened position. But he has been unable to pass this point. He's gotten around the legs a couple times, but he has not been able to pass those arm frames completely and solidify a pin. We got 1 minute left here in reg with 0-0 on the clock in our opener.
1 minute, gents. 1 minute remaining. Let's go.
Let's see if Wil gives it one more attempt before golden score.
Yeah,
That body lock's getting close.
If you've got like a go for broke or like a surfboard pass or something like that you like, now is probably the time.
The only way I can see him getting past is with that body lock. Okay.
Nate's trying that knee tap on the wrestle up.
There's just too much space.
Yeah.
Will's backing away on it.
There's
Watch
it's
the
just
blast
not
double.
There's too much space. There's the double.
Come up.
Come up. Headlock for Nate. He's turning. He's on the
Needs
feet.
to lock a crotch lock here. Sprawl, sprawl, sprawl.
20 seconds here. Nate could
Said
solidify
hooks
and win.
Said hooks for the win. There's
Oh,
one.
he's looking for it. There's
Needs to
one.
resit.
He's looking for the chair sit now off the arm trap.
Or he's going to send it for the armbar.
He needs to get the mount. He needs to try to solidify. 2 seconds left. He's not going to be able to get the mount.
Nope. So close,
Very
too.
close. And what a reversal it would have been if Nate would have snuck those hooks in too, considering it was Loushin who was initiating the takedown there.
Now, is that how much of an energy expenditure was that on either of their parts on that last sprint?
This is the mystery of this match for me.
I can't tell. I can't tell if they're I mean, Nate's still sitting maybe a little bit, but he's been efficient.
Hard to read. Will's hard to read because he's very efficient. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Oh, we got a blood timeout.
He's been sitting, like you said, on his heels for a lot of this. Nate's been supine for a lot of this. It's been 15 minutes of work, but it's been a myriad of different pace.
I mean, so far the best opportunities have been Will shooting.
Yeah.
Will shooting and Nate hitting a good sprawl.
And he's trying to secure on this mat return on Chau.
Keep coming up.
The wrestling has been the issue. Nate's been
there
unable
it
to
is.
knee tap, and there's two.
Great two
with
from
Wil
Will.
Loushin grinding it out in overtime against Nathan Chau.
Wow. Hard-fought win. Great work by Will.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and our new Miss NoGi Middle Belt title holder, Wil Loushin.
Yeah, fantastic match between those two guys. Went the distance, went into overtime, and we have our sponsors here from New Hope Regeneration presenting him the belt. And he's with the newest member of the Toro Cup family, Miss Kelsey Carter.
Fresh off a title win, blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh, yeah.
Will, how are you feeling?
I'm really, really tired. That dude has got some hits I cannot control. He's putting a lot of trouble to the entire match. So hats off to Nathan and his team over there. Thank you guys for stepping in the match. Thank you guys for training hard. That was fucking fun.
Definitely what we love to hear. So, Will, what was your game plan coming in?
I knew that we was going to sit down, so I was going to do guard passing or attacking legs off the guard passes. I got a really good coach over there, Mr. Gilbert, who Jiu-Jitsu. If you want someone who's really good with leg locks,
Who lost your
fucks me up.
contact?
I did.
I have
Like
it.
the third time.
It's here. I have it for you.
But really, I just want to thank everybody from Atlas MMA, everybody from Heel Jiu-Jitsu, everybody from Jiu-Jitsu who came out and really helped push me in this 10-week camp. Also, today was supposed to be a reunion with my first Marine Corps unit, but I actually had to skip it for this, so I just want to shout out to First Batch Fitness who's watching live as I'm out there, so thank you very much. I want to say thank you to all the Gold Star families. I know tomorrow's a really hard day for a lot of those members and their families, for those who have not come back. So this one's for all the brothers that I lost Thank you.
Who do you hope to see next?
I'm not ready to fight anybody. August 17th is my birthday, so I'd like to be back here and defend this on my birthday.
All right.